Uh, okay, let's start with some examples of the transition questions. Credits to College Board for the wonderful material. Today we target mastering the transition session by explaining two examples. I will start with first example, which is this one, transitions. Okay, we have by contrast, which is a cause and effect relationship. Consequently, this is, I'm so sorry, by contrast, this is contrast relationship. Consequently, cause and effect. Secondly, for the order, for example, and for instance, for stating examples. Okay, let's start with the first one. Although novels and poems are distinct literary forms, so novels and poems, they are different. Although there is a contrast here at the very beginning, although they are different, many authors, this is the second part, many authors have created hybrid works. So they integrated both together, the novel and the poem together. Although they are distinct, different, many authors created hybrid, integrated. Okay? And here, can you see this, my friends? Here we have integrated, of course, works that incorporate elements of both the poem and the novel. This is the meaning of hybrid. Then, I don't know what's this, but it seems that it's a proper noun, it's a name. Is a verse what, my friends? Can you see? It's a verse. Novel, it's a novel. Verse and novel at the same time. A book, lengthy narrative complete with characters and plot. طبعا the novel includes characters and plot, but conveyed in lines of what? Of poetry. So it's a novel. So it's a novel, but in poetry lines. Novel, plot, and character, but in poetry lines. They are integrated. They are hybrid. Okay, and here I have a proper noun. So this is what? An example. He gave me an example and it's proper noun. يا جماعة 95%. If you see a proper noun, a title, italicized like that, it can be for example and for instance. يبقى هنا hybrid فيها novel و poem, وهنا yes, it's a novel in poetry form. In poetry lines. This is the meaning of integration. This is the hybrid. They are not different now. They are mingled and integrated. And this is an example. This is an example of how they integrated the elements of both poetry and novel. Let's move to the next example. Okay, look at the transitions. In other words, we are restating. For instance, this is like, for example, an example. By contrast, relationship. Accordingly, this is cause and effect. Let's move. At 2 weeks old, the time their critical socialization period begins. We are talking about what or whom here? We are talking about, yes, we are talking about wolves. We are talking about the wolves. What do they do at the age of 2? They can smell but can't see or hear. Can smell but can't see or hear. Okay, are we still talking? Let's continue. Are we still talking about wolves? No, that's a different subject. Here we are talking about a different animal, so the dogs. The dogs can hear, see, and smell by the end of the 2 weeks. So the wolves can smell but not see. The dog can see, hear, smell. by the end of the 2 weeks. So what is the relationship here? It's a contrast relationship. So the answer should be by contrast. It's a contrast relationship because we are comparing and we are contrasting here between the wolves that can smell but not see. Dogs can do all things, see, hear, and smell. Thank you.